This is Newcap News.
Lily Choi, the former foster mother convicted of manslaughter in the killing of a 3-year-old boy in her care, has been given a 6-year prison sentence. It is double the 3-year term she received at her first trial, but for some, it's still not enough. After decades in the grip of a ruthless dictator, it's time for citizens of Libya to celebrate. The announcement of Muammar Gaddafi's death has sent a euphoric echo throughout the country. The National Transitional Council saying it's a time of liberation. St. Mary's students took a trip around the world this afternoon. The school wrapped up Education Week with a school assembly dedicated to diversity. For the second straight weekend, an Alberta community is mourning after losing multiple young lives to a car crash. In this case, 4 teenage boys are dead and another is clinging to life in hospital after they were struck by a pickup truck near Grand Prairie. Police believe the other driver may have been speeding and intoxicated at the time. It began in the heart of New York's financial district 4 weeks ago. The Occupy movement has been steadily gaining support since then, and today protesters took over downtown parks and streets in several cities right across Canada. We're going to take a short break from news right now. Aaron joins me at the desk with some sports. We were talking earlier about the Lloydminster Bandits. They couldn't get the job done last year in the finals, but a lot of guys, as you were saying, they've returned and things are looking up for them right now.
Yeah, against the cold.
He created products that changed the world, and Canadians were among the first to embrace them. In Toronto, customers flocked to Apple stores this week to share their thoughts on the passing of Steve Jobs. Lloydminster RCMP implemented a check stop today, part of an ongoing drive to increase awareness that members are on the lookout for drivers who make unsafe choices. Despite people's awareness of the laws and the statistic that not wearing a seatbelt greatly increases a person's chance of injury or death in the event of a crash, it's not uncommon for the RCMP to issue a number of violation tickets.
Given the proximity to the downtown core, a lot of motorists are not wearing their seatbelts. A lot of motorists are on cell phones.
Our next story, you know the saying, the bigger your Facebook friend network, the larger your brain. Well, maybe not, but scientists say it's true. A new study has found a link between the amount of friends a person has on Facebook and the size of certain regions of the brain. Not surprisingly, the areas of the brain most affected are known to have social implications. Scientists found students with more Facebook friends had more brain matter in the cortex that is responsible for remembering faces and names and recognizing social cues such as body language.
That must be why I have so many friends on Facebook.
How many friends do you have?
I don't know.
I think I have about 500.
Okay, I got more than that, I think.
Really? How about you, Shauna?
I guess I'm not as smart as you two. I don't know.
Well, I like to say 500 friends is a lot, but I'm terrible at remembering names.
Some though, I know some friends I do have like 1,700. And it's like,
but really?
Really? Are they all good friends though?
No.
Probably not.
No.
Thank you for watching, everyone. Have a great evening.
Good night.
Good night.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kathy Lee with an update of your local forecast. In the Midwest region today, we'll get up to high of 10 with a mix of sun and clouds. More clouds rolling in tonight with a low of 3. Windy tomorrow, west winds gusting up to 50 kilometers an hour and a high of 11. In the Lakeland region, clear skies, a high of 9. 1 tonight, again, west winds gusting up to 50 kilometers an hour. They'll get up to high of 10 tomorrow. And in the Battlefords, 11 mix of sun and clouds, 2 tonight and 13 degrees tomorrow. Let's take a look at that radar satellite map in the last 12 hours. Our area seems to be evading all that precipitation for now. You can see to the west of us, they had some ice over there and some more precipitation. Overnight low seasonal, but still in the chilly side. To -2 in the Lakeland region, -4 in the Midwest, -2 in Wainwright as we hop over to the border. -4 in Meadow Lake and -3 in the Battlefords. Let's take a look at your 5-day forecast. Crews have been working all night, I've been told, because of the weight of the bridge span. A second crane has been brought in from ADM, and as you can see behind me, the section over the eastbound road has been removed and is now resting on its side. Not at a snail's pace, but still out of the way. Vehicles have been rerouted on this back road east of the city since yesterday afternoon. The detour to steer clear of this mess.
It's just a good thing there was nobody following close. This was a catastrophe averted. It's bad enough. It's going to cost millions of dollars, but there was no loss of life.
Reports indicate an excavator attached to the back of a transporter truck hit the Canadian Pacific-owned overpass.
It was an over height limit load that caught the 5-meter bridge clearance.
NCP officials are still reconstructing how something like this could have happened.
As you can appreciate, trucks use that highway every day and pass under the bridge without incident. This is a very unusual circumstance. So we're going to take the time to investigate it.
Now that the section of the overpass has been removed, engineers will have to examine the damages.
We will inspect the bridge span, the steel structure, to determine if it can be salvaged or if it will have to be replaced. Once that determination is made, we will make decisions on putting the bridge back into service.
While Highway 16 is heavily congested with large transport trucks and other vehicles daily, business should run close to a normal schedule despite the delay.
So it happens, and we as an industry have to be adaptable, and we are, to finding workarounds.
There are rerouting options available for trains servicing either local customers in Lloydminster or our interprovincial trains, and we're making use of those reroutes so that our customer shipments are minimally impacted by the incident.
So far, it's been projected that the westbound side of the road should open up to traffic by later on this evening, and tomorrow by midday, one side of the eastbound road will open up as well. Reporting from Highway 16 east of Lloydminster, I'm Kathy Lee.
3, 2, 1. Good afternoon, I'm Michael Carroll.
Nope, this isn't our new weather specialist. With coaching from one of NewCap's meteorologists, Michael Carroll is learning how to do the weather for fun.
The high is 16. I'm dropping down to 2 tonight.
But it's not what he had expected.
That was very difficult. I struggled with it quite a bit at first. It's quite a talent to be able to do that.
As part of a practicum in the Global Media Studies program, Carroll is the first of his classmates to see how newsmaking starts here.
We say one person was bleeding severely
and ends here.
We make it look easy, but it is. There's a lot of hard work and time and training that goes into being able to perfect your craft. And I think it's important for viewers and for the students to see that this isn't a glamorous job by any means.
From the control room to the news desk, Jessie Mann hopes her students learn valuable lessons in the workforce.
Not necessarily all of our students are looking at being reporters or cameramen in the future, but I think that building those skills and figuring out what and how the media works will provide a tremendous amount of skill development for them.
Developing life skills isn't the only goal. News delivery is a topic Jessie Mann covers in her class and hopes students will take the message home by seeing how it's done for themselves.
Right from local media to national media to international media, it's important for the kids to understand how the news is brought to different people.
The Student Shadow a Day opportunity is a two-way streak. It's also rewarding for our NewCap team.
Well, we get to have a student come in here and we get to deliver some information to them that that they're going to see in a real-world environment that we're putting the news together. But we also get that fresh face in here as well, that fresh set of eyes that I think ups everybody's game in the newsroom as well.
And since Carroll is the guinea pig of his group, he's able to pass on some of his own words of wisdom to his peers.
Just be prepared to have a busy day, really. It's not just sitting around and watching people do stuff. You get to interact and have fun.
Throughout the day, Mike has been documenting his experience on these flip cameras. After he's done his practicum today, he'll edit the video and present it to his class and his teacher tomorrow.
Reporting from the NewCap studios, I'm Mike Carroll.
And I'm Kathy Lee. There's only a small group peacefully protesting outside of City Hall, but their message just as strong as any other metropolitan. The goal for these guys during this movement is to bring awareness to the issue. Starting out as a solo protest, this group grew a few more in numbers over the course of the afternoon.
Change! Change! The whole world needs change!
Receiving honks from vehicles passing by.
We're getting a lot of support from the community. A few hecklers, but if people don't understand or people are not willing or open to change, thank you! Woo!
These guys hope to educate and bring awareness to issues that ignited the Wall Street protests.
There's a lot of big problems that need to be addressed in this world, and the first thing we have to do is realize there's a problem with the economic system that we live in that's causing inequalities between people.
Initially planning to join a group in Edmonton, Richard Gervais decided to stay in Lloyd and use the travel money towards posters.
Get everybody involved here. You know, get every city involved because there's 1,500 cities across the world today. This is an important day in history. Why not be a part of it?
After following the protests happening around the world, group members say it's time for them to also stand up for change.
If the world worked on profits of saving lives instead of profits of money, you know, like we'd save so many lives.
We need to find something that works for the rich, works for the poor, and takes away that gap, and everyone's equal.
Slowly but surely, the number in this group is growing. Just a moment ago, another person joined in. I'm told they'll continue protesting into the week. Since many of them have to return to work, they'll simply rotate to keep propelling the message. Reporting from City Hall, I'm Kathy Lee.